The Women's March Fort Myers is thrilled to bring you another virtual event this Sunday, February 21st at 1 p.m. in honor of Black History Month. In just a moment, Chantel Rhodes, our co-sponsor, will describe our theme in more detail and tell you about our exciting lineup of speakers and performers. But before we do that, I just wanted to take a moment to explain why we're going virtual again. You may have watched our first ever virtual event last month, and if you didn't, you can watch it on the Women's March Fort Myers Facebook and YouTube pages. We had hoped at that time that we could start to plan to do in-person marches and rallies that are at the core of the Women's March. Unfortunately, since our January 23rd event, the number of COVID-19 deaths has exploded in Lee County, adding just over 100 deaths in less than 1 month. And nearly 100,000 Americans died from COVID-19 in the month of January 2021. Although the recent spike in cases and deaths appear to be consistent with holiday gatherings and travel, we as the Women's March Fort Myers have a duty to set a good example for the community and keep everyone safe. And our safety is also still in peril now that the United States Senate has essentially condoned the January 6th riot by acquitting the former president. One day it will be safe, though, to do marches and rallies again. The COVID-19 numbers are dropping and hopefully won't rise from Super Bowl gatherings, and more people are getting vaccinated each and every day. We are hopeful we won't be virtual forever, but in the meantime, we love that you are able to join us from the safety of your living room, and we are ecstatic at the variety of speakers and content that we can bring to you in this virtual format. And now to tell you more about our theme, as well as our lineup of speakers, here is Chantel Rhodes, co-founder of the Peaceful Protests, Lee County.
Thank you, Melissa. February is Black History Month, but we wanted a theme that expressed the importance of not just looking back at where we've been, but also to look at where we are now and where we are going. That is why the name of our event is Black History, Black Present, Black Future, making Black history 24/7, 365. The event will trace the Black history of Lee County, the Black present of the recent election of Vice President Kamala Harris, the highest ranking female official in U.S. history, and the first African American and first Asian American Vice President. The event will trace her ongoing sisterhood in Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated and their work to elevate Black leaders. And finally, we will look into the Black future and the work ahead for racial justice, as well as campaigning for future Black, Indigenous, and people of color running for political office. After each segment of the event, we will give you an action item, something you can do safely to give back to your community. That way, even though we aren't marching or rallying in person, you can still do the service work that is at the heart of the Women's March. We are so happy to bring you a variety of Black leaders in the community, from established historians to students who have just begun their work as activists. To kick off our event with our Black history portion of the program, you will hear from Dr. Janice Cass, the founder of the Lee County Black History Society, and from Audrea Anderson, founding regent of Florida Gulf Coast University. And then we will move into our Black Present segment and celebrate the current Vice President, Kamala Harris. To celebrate with us and tell us more about the VP and the mission of our sorority, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, will be Tiffany Powe-Salters, president of the Theta Nu Omega Graduate Chapter of AKA, and Rose Charles, president of FGCU's Sigma Upsilon Chapter of AKA. We are also excited to bring you a young performer named Sydney Hudson, who will sing a very special song to honor VP Harris. And finally, you will hear from our youngest speaker and youngest peaceful protester, Tue Faith Kerr. You will also hear how you can help more with our organization, Peaceful Protest of Lee County.
Thank you, Chantel. That preview sounds so amazing. I hope all of you and your COVID bubble can join us from your living room this Sunday, the 21st at 1 p.m. to celebrate our wonderful speakers, performers, and co-sponsors, and to celebrate Black history, Black present, and Black future. You can register for the event on the Women's March Fort Myers page on Facebook or at our website, www.womensmarchfortmyers.org. And it will also be streamed live on our Facebook page. See you there.